everyone, this is Liz Easton, and I wanted to take a quick second to invite you to listen in to the PC Book Club. Wait, I need to start again. Hi, everyone. This is Liz Easton, and I wanted to take a quick second to invite you to listen to the PC Book Club, aka PCBC. Every so often, Ricardo Avila and I chat about the books that you should be reading right now. It's just like sitting on your own private book club discussion, only there's probably slightly more references to true crime and Charles Dickens. I did not write this.
We may have to re-record that anyway, because I think you just said it's just like sitting on your own private book club.
She did. That was great. Sitting on a book club. Sitting on a private book club. That's pretty racy. Sorry.
Should I try again? It's just like sitting in on your own private book club discussion, only there's probably slightly more references to true crime and Charles Dickens. So if you're looking for the class with an occasional dose of the sass, then check out the PC Book Club right here on the Popping Collars feed. Class and sass.
I love it.
I was praying to the Lord for some fun,
Hi, my name's Greg.
And I'm Betsy.
And this is Going on 30, a Popping Collars side project brought to you by our good friends at Geritol.
Geritol. I'm still not sure what Geritol is.
It's a tonic. It's the number one American
Is it like
tonic.
the protein powder of its day?
It's snake oil, right? Like it's gosh, wasn't this like the day? I mean, this is what Betty Ford went to rehab for, right? It was all these like mind-altering drinks and drugs that were floating around.
No, she was an alcoholic.
Oh, well, I thought she was also on like
Who did you say?
Adderall or something.
Who did
Betty
you say?
Ford.
No, she probably did some pills too. But she was drunk. She would say she drank.
These people in the 50s were on all kinds of medication that they didn't even know. They were microdosing like crazy.
Well, I mean, probably. But yeah, no, I'm still unclear what Geritol is, but I don't think it was still around to still be like an item on The Price is Right when I watched it.
Boy, it's Geritol just sounds like something old people drink, doesn't it?
Yes. Geriatric. I mean, yes.
Okay, we're brought to you by Geritol. That is movies that were nominated or should have been nominated for Best Picture 30 years ago. This month, we're looking at Quiz Show.
Stand by now.
3, 2, 1.
And fade up.
Geritol presents the exciting quiz program 21.
Give me the name of the explorer who discovered Mozambique.
Vasco da Gama.
Correct for 10 points. Temple is an underdog. You know, people root for that.
Sure, wasn't Herbie terrific?
Have you seen the ratings?
I'd like you to meet next week's challenger, Charles Van Doren. Oh. How much they pay instructors up at Columbia?
$86 a week.
Do you have any idea how much Bozo the Clown makes?
Gotta be James J. Braddock.
Correct, you have 21!
This guy a natural or what?
He's a natural.
$20,000.
What if we would ask you questions that you know?
Well, I think I'd really rather try to beat him honestly.
Just an idea.
Was that part of the test? Yes, I know his name. Halleck, General H.W. Halleck.
You have 21!
I'm constantly amazed at the facts these guys have at their fingertips. It's been 9 weeks now.
And you've won how much?
$93,000.
Sir, I smell something. That little box in your living room is plugged into something crooked.
You lose when I tell you to lose.
Now I'm supposed to take a dive?
You know, you got these crackpots coming out of the woodwork. You don't have a shred of concrete evidence.
Young man, I am the president of the National Broadcasting Company.
I have you.
Then why are you the one that's sweating?
Let him out, boys.
Charles Van Doren hails from one of the most prominent intellectual families in this country.
Dick's on a witch hunt. He thinks 21 is rigged.
Is it?
should see the letters I get. Kids are excited about learning.
You set a real example for all us boys to look up to.
Just sign the statement.
Sign the statement, Herb. Sign the statement. Who cares if it's true, huh?
Pick. Dan. If someone offered you all this money, would you do it?
No.
And I would.
Professor, I'm sorry. I'm going to have to ask for your answer.
Betsy, I have a brief description of Quiz Show. Would you like to hear it?
I would love to.
This is not brief. Here we go. Oh, there's a lot of names in here too. Okay. Herbert Stempel's transformation into an unexpected television personality unfolds as he secures victory on the cherished American game show 21. Cherished? Okay. However, when the show introduces the highly skilled contestant Charles Van Doren to replace Stempel, it compels Stempel to let out his frustrations and call out the show as rigged. It's rigged.
Rigged.
Lawyer Richard Goodwin steps in and attempts to uncover the orchestrated deception behind the scenes. Is Goodwin a lawyer? He works for the government.
Yeah.
Is he a
He's
lawyer?
a lawyer, I thought. Yeah.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah. Dang.
Yeah, Betsy, what's your history with Quiz Show?
I watched it last week for the first time.
Hmm.
I had never watched this movie.
How about that? Wow.
How about that? And I was like, why didn't I? Because I was watching all kinds of movies. And I'm a big Robert Redford fan, director of the film.
Mm-hmm.
But Robert Redford wasn't in it. So maybe that was some of it. But yeah, I was taking a ride on the, Reality Bites Pulp Fiction train. But at the same time, like the movie that will close out our season was Shawshank. Watch that a million times.
Oh yeah.
So it's like this is a prestige film. This is a bit what it feels like to me.
Yeah, but it was a hit. It was a hit film. Like
Quiz Show? Yeah. But it was pretty normal Oscar fare.
Yeah. I think so.
And so I don't know what didn't draw me to it. But I had never seen it until last week. So there we go. I mean, but I knew what it was about. But it's also not like a super clippy show, movie. It's not like there's a big, you can't handle the truth kind of moment.
That's true.
A monologue of some kind that would get press out there. It's definitely not making the MTV video, movie awards. So there's a kind of not so much a cultural zeitgeist kind of thing going on here. Maybe
it feels old. Yeah, it feels like an older, stuffier movie than like the other
Still
movies that we're
good.
talking about, like Pulp Fiction.
Still good. Yeah, it's still a good movie, but it just hadn't crossed that radar. What about you?
So this is a weird one. I can tell you that I saw a Quiz Show, but I cannot tell you when I saw a Quiz Show for the first time. It's kind of like a movie that has always kind of existed in my memory. No, like, oh yeah, I can tell you exactly where I was when I watched Quiz Show for the first time. I have no clue. Other than that, I know that I've seen it like 4 or 5 times at this point, but it's just like, I don't know. It just kind of existed in my world. So I had no great like Quiz Show memories or Quiz Show stories or anything like that. I just kind of remember it being a hit movie from the time. I don't know. Is it possible for a Robert Redford directed movie with like Martin Scorsese and Barry Levinson in it to fly under the radar? I mean, I don't know. I guess it kind of felt like it. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Robert Redford of it all gets me to my hot take to start, though.
Oh, yeah, go.
I just want to get this out there really quickly. Robert Redford is a bad director.
Oh, okay. How so?
This movie is not well done. Like the performances aren't. I don't think the performances are great. Apart from there are a few that I think, I mean, Paul Scofield can't really do a bad performance, and Ray Fiennes is charming, but like the
Yes.
others, I think needed a few more takes. And there's something that Redford does in this movie that I haven't watched his other movies closely enough to see, but he does these fade outs in between scene changes, and it makes everything kind of look like everything look amateurish. Makes it look like a YouTube video or something. I'm just like, there is like, this is not well constructed.
Interesting.
And I get that he won Best Picture for Ordinary People, and that's probably why he feels like he's a director. But like, if you look at his filmography, these aren't great. Legend of Bagger Vance and stuff. I mean, these aren't great movies.
Well, is some of this the material? I mean, that we're trying to kind of make, it's Robert Goodwin's book.
Yeah.
And then this, Anastasio or whatever, who's the screenwriter. Then you have a screenwriter who helped out with that adaptation, I'm guessing. So it's like we're trying to make a, corruption case.
Yeah.
Something interesting. And every white male actor in the world wants to be in this movie. All of them. All of them. It's like, oh, that guy. There's another guy. Oh, there's that guy.
Yeah.
This movie does not pass the Bechdel test. I'm just gonna, hazard a guess.
Mira Sorvino, yeah, she only talks about
She's
her
barely
husband's
recognizable.
career. Yeah.
Like barely recognizable. And then it's like, oh, let's drop in Ileana Douglas all of a sudden. God, I miss her.
Right.
She's so good. I was like, oh, she's in this movie, and then she's gone. Just girl at a book party. And then a weird Callista Flockhart flyby. But other than that,
Yeah.
it's a lot of white guys.
I think it may be a decent script, but a bad director.
Well, what's interesting, at one point, Soderbergh was going to do this.
Soderbergh would have been great.
With Tim Robbins in the Charles Van Doren character.
I love it.
That would have been pretty great.
Yeah.
Because I'm also like, what if, Fiennes at this point, he was in Schindler's
He's coming
List.
off Schindler's List. Yeah.
Yeah. And he's good. I think
really good.
he's really good. Him and Paul Scofield, because my hot take is, what is this movie about? It's about white, male, waspy privilege.
Mm-hmm.
It's also a little bit about Jewish self-hatred. And
that's all in there. That's all in the script.
all in there, from the first kind of Goodwin, that correction on the name,
right?
That we've all come to assimilate, but at a certain point, you just can't. You won't. They won't take you. We need a new winner. You're up by the bootstraps. And John Turturro playing 29. Let's just say not 29, but that it's you're not the winner anymore. They want a more familiar face as a winner, and like that kind of. I loved the testimony scene in front of the committee.
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe people are praising you for confessing that you did something wrong, because it's so blatant.
Yeah, I will say this. The opening shot to the movie is actually a really subtle example of what it is that you're talking about, which is that when Goodwin is looking at the car, like he touches the headlamp, like the headlight fixture with his hand, and the dealer comes in behind him and like wipes it off with a rag where he touched it. And I was like, oh, that's really interesting, because he's got this giant cigar that he's like, floating around the seats of the car with and stuff. And I'm like, oh my God, he's going to get ash like all over this new car. But like he felt the need to wipe, a handprint or just wipe up after Goodwin. On the body of the car. I thought that was interesting.
Yeah. So that was really, I guess I was expecting it to just be about, profits and money. And of course it still is, but that how we get marketed to what we want to see, because you're the audience that's watching the film and watching the show. And so it's kind of about that too. at the same time.
Right. It's about
Right. What do you want to
integrity.
see?
Yeah.
Right.
And that actually brings me to some not hot takes. And I
Mm.
don't know. This is kind of I said it's a not hot take, but I kind of think that it could be a little warm, which is to say that this isn't a scandal today. Like, I mean, this may be pitched as like a scandal movie. Like this idea of like quiz show rigging and stuff, this in 2025, this is not a scandal. Like, I don't know anyone that would assume that things are on the up and up. Like, you know, as far as game shows or sweepstakes or even like sports leagues and stuff. I think that there's tons of skepticism about the integrity of these things.
Oh, sure. Well, because we've, you know, whether it's the current administration or whatever it is, that all of these kind of things that we took for granted as, oh, well, this is the assumed way that we conduct ourselves. All of that feels like it's up for grabs. So, like, then when, you know, the Houston Astros get charged with, you know, cheating, or it's, you know, University of Michigan and, you know, or, you know, Harbaugh, whatever it is. Because I think we now look at sports, we still think sports is pure in some ways, and it just doesn't feel that way anymore. And I think that's true of a lot of actually competitive things that really draw us in as audiences, right?
Yeah.
Like Olympic skating, like the Olympics in general, right? We've got to come up with a whole new scoring system in these things so that it's actually fair, because it hasn't been fair the whole time. All the time that you thought everything was cool, it's not. So it, you know, we are definitely and have been skeptical of systems, but then skeptical of systems in a way that actually gets proven to be correct.
I mean, there's a
And it has
high-mindedness. Yeah, there's a high-mindedness to this that I just don't think that's who the American people are, you know? So it's like, you know, this idea of like, oh my gosh, you mean they were rigging these quiz shows? I can't believe it.
Right.
And nowadays we have people that just assume that elections are rigged. And it's
Right.
like, I don't think we live in an America where people can be scandalized by, oh my God, I can't believe you lied to me on television. Like, I think, you know, they just look at scams in their inbox and they're like, I feel like I'm being lied to all the time. So that's just what life is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Paul Scofield, I've got a note about him. I said that he's probably too good of an actor for this movie.
I mean, the gravitas that he brings, you know, it's and he also has this, you know, I think about the movies and the things that he, you know, he's very much, I mean, I don't know a ton about him. Like, strikes me as like a stage actor, you know.
I mean, A Man for All
first.
Seasons was his big one, right?
Yeah.
So, like, that whole Henry VIII. And I want to say, like, that was like his big, that's the movie role that everybody points to when it comes to Paul Scofield. Yeah.
Also, you know, you look at it, it's like Saturday Night Theater. Like, there's a lot of kind of televised theater. King Lear, The Red Tent, Man for All Seasons. He was the narrator on some Bible thing. I mean, like, that's the guy we're talking about here. So it's like, but he has this look to him, like, it just makes me think of intelligentsia kind of talking heads of that time who were on chat shows and things like that. Yeah. And that his accent alone makes what he sounds like he's talking about amazing. And so you're like, oh yeah. And he does such a good job occupying the role that he's in, because it's like, oh, you know, what's going on with you, Charlie? Well, of course you're going to come teach here at Columbia. Like, I mean, why not? You know,
Right.
like, everything is just kind of assumed and rolling. And, you know, that Rob Morrow's character, you know, Goodwin, is our view in to this world that maybe we don't know. The people who sit around and play quote games at, you know, at the dinner table from Shakespeare. I knew
Oh,
that would bother
Jesus.
you.
That birthday
Yeah.
party. I was just sitting there. I was like, oh, these people would be a tough hang. Like, this is like the worst party ever. I would just be sitting there like, are you effing serious? Like, we're just gonna pretend, like, play who's the most pretentious at the table. Is that the whole party?
Yeah. But at the same time, it's like, oh, what a lovely place in the country. And a nice table, and like, let's all be together. Yeah. There's something about that I mean, but I think having been at tables like that, it's interesting. It's interesting to watch from a sociological point. I've always find it interesting.
So gross. I will say though that it speaks to that thing that you were saying about the waspy white culture that it's trying to put its finger on. This idea that the Van Dorens have the privilege of being ignorant to the rest of the world. It's like, so Redford does this thing, which a lot of like movies and TV shows do this, where they, he makes 21 look like everyone is rushing home to turn on the television to watch this game show. I'm sure it had good ratings, but like nobody's rushing home to watch 21. Like, that's crazy.
Right.
But, I mean, even when Jeopardy nowadays has like a long running champion, it's like, maybe you'll see it in the background or something. You're not like glued to the TV. Right. But yeah, this idea of the privilege of just distancing yourself from all of that, it's like, I can just choose. I have the wealth to just choose what it is that I'm going to pay attention to. And if I don't want to have a TV, then like I can be all weird and judgy about like the people that do. It's nice looking family, but holy cow, not the kind of people I would want to hang with.
And there's something so pleasing about watching people that get put on a pedestal that have money, but they're so ignorant of how the world works. There's something that we get to judge them then, because they're judging us.
Yeah.
And so the looky-loo into that culture is also something that we love. And so to then imagine Charles Van Doren on this TV show sweating it out because they've turned the AC off in his box, to kind of figure out those clues, it's another peek into that life and that family and what fame would look like.
I think it's also interesting that we're doing this and Reality Bites back to back, because it's like, here's a family that can afford to be aloof, and we're going to see Ethan Hawke next month, who is also sort of this aloof philosopher in his own way, but cannot afford to be that. And it's like,
he's in this movie too, like uncredited, asking questions about Don Quixote. Like it's odd. Like, anyway, that we're doing these back to back.
Yeah.
But like, as I said, every white person wanted to be in this movie. So, there you go.
We'll get to it. I think it felt a little Oscar baity. So I think that like, if you wanted to know that you were in an Oscar contender, like this was probably the script that you wanted to be in.
I agree.
Again, going back to the point, good for Redford for getting these director cameos. Like I was like, wow, okay, Scorsese.
Young man, ratings went up if the same contestant came back week after week. There was only one way for that to happen. You had to know that.
Young man, I sell over $14 million a year worth of Geritol. Geritol, that's the kind of businessman I am. That show 21 cost me $3.5 million year in, year out. Sales went up 50% when Van Doren was on. 50%. So the very idea that I was unaware of every detail or aspect of that show's operation, well, frankly, it's very insulting.
So you knew.
That's even more insulting.
You had to know. That's what you just said.
This is not about what I know. It's about what you know.
You don't know what I know.
You know that Dan Enright ran a crooked quiz show.
Well, he never informed you.
Did he?
Let's see what he says.
Dan? Look, Dan Enright wants a future in television. Okay? What you have to understand is that the public has a very short memory. But corporations, they never forget.
He's not that stupid. He knows he's through.
Oh, he'll be back. NBC is going to go on. Geritol's going to go on. Makes me wonder what you hope to accomplish with all this.
Don't worry, I'm just getting started.
Even the quiz shows will be back. Why fix them? Think about it. You could do exactly the same thing by just making the questions easier. See, the audience didn't tune in to watch some amazing display of intellectual ability. They just wanted to watch the money.
He did a pretty good job. I don't know whether you're watching The Studio on Apple, which you
Oh, I don't have Apple. Yeah, I don't have Apple TV.
which you need to like get like a 3-month whatever free thing and watch it because you would appreciate because we do this show and all of the tropes that are in everything. It's so good because it's like a modern day player and he's in it as himself. And so,
And our pal Barry Levinson was back. We haven't seen Barry Levinson in an acting role since Rain Man, since our very first episode of Going on 30.
Oh my gosh. Barry, welcome back.
And he's bringing the same energy.
Same energy. So funny. So funny.
No, it actually got me thinking, Betsy.
Oh, no. Here we go.
What do you think the top 5 director cameos in movies are?
Okay. All right. What's the honorable mention?
This feels like a legit category, but I originally had it as top 5 director performances. But here's the thing. There are some directors that are also actors, and that kind of
see, that doesn't count. That doesn't count.
So it's like you would have like Orson Welles, Richard Attenborough, like John Huston, like
it's got to be a little nip.
Like no. These are just like directors that drop in, do their thing, and then get out. Yeah. So, honorable mention is for a television show as Werner Herzog, who, if you'll remember, showed up in a little Disney Plus series called The Mandalorian.
Oh, yes.
Pedro Pascal. All of a sudden, Oscar-nominated director just shows up.
I think he also does the beginning for Conan Must Go, Conan O'Brien's travel show, which is so funny. Just, this man and into the world. And it's just like playing off of his gravitas. It's really funny.
I don't know if you've ever seen the Werner Herzog clip that's on YouTube of him seeing the Baby Yoda puppet for the first time.
I have seen it on the set. And it's heartbreaking. It's heartbreakingly beautiful, and and I saw two technicians operating it remote. One was for the eyes and the mouth, and the other one was for other facial expressions. It's a phenomenal technical achievement, and beyond the technological achievement, it's heartbreaking.
It is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. It has all of the innocence and yet the hope that we long for in this world.
I love it.
Oh, wow. Werner Herzog.
Okay. All right. Number 5.
Number 5 is a good one of yours. It's Todd Field showing up in Twister.
Yes.
Director of such amazing movies like Tar. Yeah, Todd Field shows up as one of the crew.
One of the gang.
Yeah.
In Twister. There you go. Because you can't resist the gang. You gotta be with the team.
No, that's a great game.
4?
I can't wait.
4?
I can't wait until we get to that movie. It's going to be a while.
I know.
But we're so close.
Number 4.
Number 4, and I could have gone so many different ways with this guy, but I'm going to go Spike Jonze from Moneyball because he's just a total jerk to Brad Pitt, and it's pretty great. Yeah,
that's fun.
Yeah.
Number 3.
I went with Francois Truffaut from Close Encounters of the Third Kind. It's like all of a sudden, you're watching a little Spielberg movie, and here's like one of the foundational directors from the French New Wave, and you're just kind of like,
what are you doing in here? Okay.
All right. Well, I guess we're just casting Truffaut in our movies now.
Interesting.
Very good.
Okay. Number 2.
Number 2, I'm going to go back to the 80s when all of a sudden Shane Black, director of such things as Lethal Weapon 2 and Iron Man 3 and all of these movies, he just shows up as one of the soldiers in The Predator.
Really?
Just like, oh, okay. Shane Black is one of these army guys just going out fighting in The Predator.
A lot of these, I don't know. Like, I didn't know these. Okay. All right. Number 1.
Like, hey, that's the director of Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. Fighting a predator. Good for Shane Black.
Weird. So what's your number 1 then? Is this going to be one I know?
Number one, it's probably one that you don't know. A lot of people don't know it. It's did you know that Roger Corman shows up in The Godfather Part 2?
No.
He's one of the congressmen that is interrogating Al Pacino is interrogating when he gets brought before Congress. So yeah, Roger Corman.
Huh. Wow.
Roger Corman, famous for what is it? He never makes a movie with over $1 million budget. Like his movies are capped at $1 million. He won't go over $1 million making a movie.
There was just an article in the Times that talked about the Fantastic Four that never was. And it was
Corman
right?
had a Fantastic Four movie from 1994. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The
right
movie,
around this
the
time.
year that we're talking about. Yeah.
Weird.
Marvel needed to make a movie, or the studio that owned the property needed to make a movie in order to retain the rights, but they didn't want a movie released. So they had Roger Corman make a cheap Fantastic Four movie. And you can buy it on bootleg VHS tapes at like Comic-Cons and stuff.
Wow.
I've seen it. I actually thought it was pretty good.
Oh, there we
go. What's the best scene from Quiz Show?
It's hard because I can't I like the relationship between Ralph Fiennes and Rob Morrow. And that Rob Morrow gets pulled into this as well. And it's like, there's an element where I don't think he's not being duped because he knows something's going on, but he has such an affinity for Charles Van Doren that he's trying to encourage him to just get out of here. Like, just get out of here before they come for you. Like, just go.
It's kind of like he knows that John Turturro is right.
Yes.
But he doesn't like that guy.
He doesn't like that guy.
And he knows that Charles Van Doren is wrong, but he really likes him.
Well, likes that guy. So that's like when we talk about when I teach and we talk about, Jewish self-hatred, and this can happen in all kinds of minority groups, like that people just don't like that group. So I'm not going to try to be like that group, or I'm going to suppress everything inside me. He's like, I know what Rugla cookies are. Like, back down, lady. And they're all like, he's one of us. Like, he's going to be on our side. But Stimple as like a person he's just sometimes not appealing. And so it then sets up the thing that it's like, oh, well, the Van Doren, that type of person who's just used to being pleasant.
Yeah.
And charming. Just keep everybody happy. We're trying not to just have your chocolate cake and your milk and just chill out. Yeah.
I should say.
And I'm trying to think about what scene where that happens the most that I like. It's more like when they both know that they both know everything.
A little cat and mouse. I guess probably the poker scene, right? Like when they're, I mean, that's kind of on the nose, but like he knows he's bluffing.
Yeah.
Kind of thing,
Yeah. I like that scene. What about you?
Yeah. I totally forgot. I didn't write it in my notes, but I remembered thinking it. This game 21, holy crap, dude. It's
a hard game.
It's like 8 questions. And it's I was just sitting there
I'm like, is this like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Like, is that what this is? And
I know. I was just sitting there like, dude, one at a time. Like, oh my God. Like, how am I going to remember 5 questions about Paul Revere? Like,
I'm going to take the last one first. I'm going to take the last one first. That's what I learned from the show. Take the last one first. and then I'm wagering points. Like, they never explain to you how 21 actually works.
I know.
Sort of. I mean, the show itself.
It was very complicated. What a very complicated game show. I'm glad we have Jeopardy now. No, I think my best scene is Charlie's confession to his dad.
Cheating on a quiz show. It's like plagiarizing a comic strip.
Well, at any rate, it seems the committee wants to call me to testify.
Oh, I've testified before. Funding for the arts, it's nothing.
I think this is a little different.
You run circles round them. It's not exactly Jefferson and Lincoln down there anymore.
I think this is a little different, Dad.
I think you'd be glad of the chance to clear your name. Otherwise, people might believe.
People will believe whatever they want to believe. That's not the issue.
Just tell them the truth. You'll do fine. The real issue, Charlie, is how this keeps distracting you from your teaching.
Dad,
this and that program in the morning, though you insisted it doesn't.
Dad, I can't simply just tell them the truth.
Can't tell them the truth? Why on earth not?
It's complicated.
Complicated?
Yeah, I can.
Charlie, from what I understand, it's just this bunch of frauds showing off an erudition they didn't really have. All you have to do...
The problem is, Dad, it seems I was one of those frauds.
What?
Which I guess is after he's thrown the show. It's after he's lost on purpose.
He's gone out. Yeah.
And there's 2 times that you can watch this movie. You can watch this movie before you have kids, and you can watch this movie after you have kids, and you identify with different characters. So it's like the before you have kids version of this is that you identify with Charlie, who's like, oh my gosh, I'm going to be in so much trouble. And like, oh, like I'm like dreading telling this to my dad, because of how he's going to react.
Right.
And then the after having kids way of watching it is that you totally identify with Paul Scofield. What is it, Mark? What? I can't
yes,
remember.
Mark.
Yeah. And this idea of like, this isn't the worst possible thing you could tell me. I'm disappointed, sure. I feel bad that you felt like you needed to put yourself in this position of like lying in order to not offend me or like lying to cover things up, and you're just kind of like, it will be okay. Like we can work through this, this is not a relationship breaker.
And it's also, but then that also speaks to his kind of detachment from this being a big deal. Because we are also exploring the art of the public apology, which is what this is doing. And people at this point are used to seeing folks dragged in front of like the McCarthy commissions and like, what are we used to seeing people dragged in front of committees to confess to something or whatever? They're shocked when he loses his position at Columbia. Like this is going to have real world impacts because even places like that, as we see with Columbia now, that you can be forced into having to respond to something that may still seem like it's weird and fame driven and not really reality.
Best performance?
Yeah, been giving Scofield a lot of praise.
Yeah, I think that he is the answer, but so I'm probably going to go.
But I also think that Fiennes with a little bit of that twinkle. I was going to say Rob Morrow's eyebrows because they are working overtime. I don't know why we needed prosthetic eyebrows. Maybe this man has the most amazing eyebrows, Robert Goodwin, that I've ever seen. But I really thought that, when we were talking about this movie and I had asked you kind of off episode, who's this movie? Like, what am I watching? And you're like the guy from Northern Exposure.
Yeah, Northern Exposure.
Yeah, I did think that Rob Morrow did a really nice job. That kind of, as I said, the relationship he builds with Van Dorn. And then also it's like he feels like he's having to embody like a new breed, even in his office. Like, because normally they're going after like what other corruption, like price fixing on, pharmaceuticals or like whatever it is that they're dealing with. And then to suddenly kind of be like, no, we're going after the game shows and to kind of pursue that. And to see the character that he creates who has been code switching his whole life, those aspects of how he does it and doesn't do it subtly. I thought actually he did a nice job as well.
Yeah, I'm on the Paul Scofield train. Although, let me say for best performance, I'll put David Paymer.
No, Herb, it's a hell of a thing. I'm looking at the thing today. This Trendex rating?
Yeah.
Well, to damn this thing, but you plateaued.
Plateaued. What kind of word is that?
Well, plateaued?
Plateaued.
It's like you.
You mean people don't like me anymore?
No. It's not you per se. It's just.
Maybe I should get my teeth kept.
No, it's the nature of the show. They've already seen you win, and they want something new.
So what are you saying? You think they want me to lose?
Well, don't you think that's natural?
Joe Louis was the champ for 12 years. Nobody ever wanted Joe Louis to lose.
Think about the cause of education.
Cause of education? I waited 29 years for this. Now I'm supposed to take a dive for the cause of education?
I didn't say take a dive. Now I'm asking you for your help.
Fine. Just let me play it honestly.
And will you please
give me a
your
number
voice down?
Go ahead, give me a number. Give me a number. Excuse me, sir. Give me a number. A random number.
I don't know. 23?
Beethoven was 23 when he composed his first piano sonata. In 1923, Jack Bentley set the record for average by a pitcher batting .427. There are 23 chromosomes in the human egg.
Herb,
also, the human sperm. 23rd President Benjamin Harrison. Asian countries along the 23rd parallel of the
Look, don't
southern
stop
latitude.
believing your own bullshit, all right? You wouldn't know the name of Paul Revere's horse if he took a crap on your lawn.
She?
What?
He was a mayor, remember?
Look, you lose when I tell you to lose.
Character actor usually plays like kind of like a supportive best friend role to like Billy Crystal somewhere along the way.
Yes.
It's like City Slickers and Mr. Saturday Night and stuff like that. But here he does a really good villain, I think. You know, Hank Azaria does his Hank Azaria thing. Like I never really find him one way or the other, like good or bad. I always find him like very middle of the road. Except when he does voice work on The Simpsons, which is very good. But I thought David Paymer brought like a level of, I guess I'm being sinister, but I'm also just following orders, you know, kind of thing. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm not a bad person. I'm just doing my job well.
Yeah, but he's in that position of being the fall guy.
Right.
You know, so he's going to have to take the fall. He's run off to Mexico. He's gone. I mean, this is another man who works. Like he is,
David Paymer. Yeah, he's in that
182
Stephen
credits.
Tobolowsky like character actor like pantheon. I got some stats about the movie.
Stats. This is the stat.
Quiz show opened on September 14th, 1994. So not an Oscar window.
Not really. Yeah,
like
a
early late summer window.
Yeah.
This day in 90210.
Back to school. It's about school.
Yeah, back to school.
Back to school.
This day in 90210. We have arrived at season 5, episode 3, entitled "A Clean Slate."
Oh, because it's the beginning of the school year.
Yeah, a clean slate. Josh and Brandon await election results. Josh.
That's it.
Oh, Josh is the guy that died. We talked about this before. Josh dies.
Yes.
Sorry, spoilers, everyone.
Sorry.
Josh and Brandon await election results. Valerie sets her sights on Dylan.
Oh, good.
And Donna asks Claire to move into the beach apartment. This is our first Claire sighting.
Claire.
So Valerie, played by Tiffany Amber Thiessen, she was the replacement for Shannon Doherty. So Shannon Doherty leaves the show. Tiffany Amber Thiessen comes in as a replacement.
Because she's kind of bad.
Claire is on the show for the rest of the run. I think maybe she's like an Andrea replacement. Like Andrea is old and has kids now. And so now we need somebody young to come in and take her place, maybe.
But Claire wasn't she wasn't nerdy. So there's not as much of a direct parallel.
Claire ended up getting together with David at some point.
I think so, yes.
Yeah. Quiz show had a domestic gross of $25 million. I thought it had more than that. That's interesting. I thought it was a bigger hit. So domestic gross of $25 million, making it the number 56 grossing movie of 1994.
Okay.
It is the number 3,451st top grossing movie of all time. It comes between, and I think you may actually know these movies. I don't think you're going to have to IMDb.
Okay, I'm not going to have to look them up. Okay.
It comes between Waking Ned Devine. Do you remember Waking Ned Devine?
That was in the string of kind of British, Irish movies, like the Full Monty.
Comedies.
Like that
comedy-ish. Yeah.
Yes, but with heart. When a lottery winner dies of shock, his fellow townsfolk attempt to claim the money.
Right.
Got it. Okay.
So it comes between Waking Ned Devine, then you get Quiz Show, and then on the other side of Quiz Show, Betsy, it's The Craft. The Craft.
Wow.
Now, here's what you need to know about me. Yes, I was a 90210 kid, but boy, was I a party of five kid. I was a party of five kid. And if you put Nev Campbell in anything,
yeah,
I was there. So
yeah,
The Craft.
I mean, with Fairuza Balk, like, let's go.
Let's go. So
Okay.
Waking Ned Devine, Quiz Show, and The Craft.
I think I'm gonna flirt with Waking Ned Devine
Oh, okay. All right.
because they're cute, they're fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You know, David Kelly, he's so cute, little old man actor. He's doing a good job. Love Fiona Lua Flanagan, who I think was also was she the mom in My Left Foot? I can't remember. No, different.
That was
But another
Brenda
good,
Fricker,
Irish actor. I'm all for it. Then I'm gonna kill Quiz Show,
yeah.
and then I'm gonna marry The Craft because she's
Heck yeah, you're gonna marry The Craft.
she's messy.
Yeah, you're gonna marry The Craft. This is exactly my answer as well. Flirt Ned Devine, marry The Craft, kill Quiz Show.
Yeah, you got to.
Dude, The Craft. Come on. What are we doing? Like 90s
So
horror.
good.
Just all day long.
So
just
good.
inject it straight into my veins. The
Yes.
Craft, I Know What You Did Last Summer, Urban
Yep.
Legends.
Oh
18
yeah,
Mrs. Tingle, The Faculty. Just give it all. Give it all to me. I love it.
dude. Anne Bancroft is in Waking Ned Devine. What?
Okay.
Okay. Like, if we talk about the gross on this movie, like, this is not the movie that you're like going out on a date
I mean,
and going to
maybe. I
go
don't know.
see
I
this
guess not.
movie.
But it has like All the President's Men energy to it, right?
Yeah, I mean, but this goes back to, like, I asked Emily about this movie,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm having to scroll back because I asked her.
She's like, never heard of it.
Don't even know. What are you talking about? She said, didn't see it, couldn't get a group of high schoolers to go to it. So I think that might be your $25 billion right there.
I was hoping she was going to say, didn't see it, don't want to see it.
Didn't see it, not gonna see it.
I can tell you who liked Quiz Show. Critics, because it has a 97% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So critics love this movie. Roger Ebert.
He's loving it.
You think? He says the screenplay by former Washington Post film critic Paul Attanasio.
Oh, I did not know that Paul Antanasio was.
There you go. Raj shouting out his boys.
Interesting.
Is smart, subtle, and ruthless. And it is careful to place blame where it belongs. 3.5 out of 4 stars. Okay, so here's where I
Shouldn't
agree
we
with
be
Raj.
blamed? We should be blamed, though, as the audience. Do we feel blame? I don't know.
I don't know. Here's where the film, it ends with an audience laughing, right? Like,
right. That's true. Interesting.
yeah. So I think that's Redford's way of saying, don't think you're
Looking
off the
at
hook
you.
here.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think Roger is 1,000% correct in highlighting the screenplay. I think the screenplay is the strongest part of this movie. Janet Maslin.
What'd she say?
Says Mr. Redford has made a rich, handsome, articulate film about a subject truly worth talking about. 4 out of 5 stars. I would disagree with Janet Maslin. I don't know that this movie has anything worth talking about, really. I don't know.
Interesting.
Just my 2 cents. How did it do at the Oscars? Betsy had no wins at the Oscars. However, in addition to Best Picture, it had 3 other nominations. Can you guess what the other nominations were?
Screenplay?
Yes, it was nominated for Best Adapted Screenplay.
Costumes?
No. I will give you a hint. The other 2 nominations are above the line.
Redford.
Yes, best director Robert Redford.
They can't quit him. Fines.
No, not Fiennes.
Not Rob Morrow.
Not Rob Morrow. Mm-mm.
Turturro of supporting.
Not Turturro. No.
Schofield.
It's our boy.
Oh man.
It's Paul Schofield coming in for Best Supporting Actor.
Okay.
So Sam Jackson is up against Landau and Schofield.
Oh my
in
god.
his category. Crazy, man.
Too many old white guys. The writing was on the wall.
Now you know why Jackson was so upset at the end of
career-ending performances. That stuff.
I was involved, deeply involved in a deception. I have deceived my friends, and I had millions of them. I lied to the American people. I lied about what I knew, and then I lied about what I did not know. In a sense, I was like a child who refuses to admit a fact in the hope that it'll go away. Of course, it did not go away. I was scared to death. I had no solid position, no basis to stand on for myself. There was one way out, and that was simply to tell the truth. It may sound trite to you, but I've found myself again after a number of years. I've been acting a role, maybe all my life, of thinking I've done more, accomplished more, produced more than I have. I've had all the breaks. I have stood on the shoulders of life, and I've never gotten down into the dirt to erect a foundation of my own. I've flown too high on borrowed wings. Everything came too easy. That is why I am here today.
Mr. Van Doren, I want to compliment you for that statement.
Thank you, sir.
Mr. Van Doren, I would like to join the chairman in commending you for the soul-searching fortitude displayed in your statement.
What's the lasting legacy of this movie? I think we've actually talked around it. Maybe we'll just give a little bit more lip service to this.
Yeah.
The expectation of corruption that we've come to in our society. Is there a single popular industry that is beyond suspicion of being fixed? Like reality shows, game shows, sports. Is there anything that you're like,
that's
well,
put
that's
out
not
there
fixed?
For media and consumption is not beyond influence, at the very least, corruption at the most, and I think that has been I feel like there's been kind of a slow tearing down of things that we all thought were okay. I think about even like my love of award shows that,
Right.
You look at the Hollywood Foreign Press, you look at, we talk about the Weinstein of it all. And, we could, and talking about him like he's an aberration, influencing people to vote for movies. Like he's not. It's been, these things have been.
Mayer was doing this well before Weinstein entered the entered the
and
chat.
I think it's also, if we even put this movie in the conversation around independent film, that you've got a kind of a way that Hollywood has worked. This is just the way it works, and that's kind of how they portray it. Van Doren.
Azaria,
this is
right?
this is just what we do, right?
Yeah, Hank Azaria at the end. It's television. Like we're making entertainment. Like what are you complaining about?
What are you complaining about? And so that idea, like not everybody is hearing that. That this is how Hollywood works. These are the people that get nominated. These are the people that sit in the front row. This is the way all this works. And to have some sort of change be brought to that is always difficult. And does it really end up being at a certain point, like you can have this conversation around the Independent Spirit Awards or whatever. Does it every push eventually get folded into the whole so that then you have the next push to try to change? But is there this monoculture of everything that's going to end up making it all the same anyway?
Yeah, I think the bummer of it is that there's a bit of a gaslighting quality to it, and that's where we see it play out in politics, where it's like you have a game show host himself, who's president of the United States, who's like, "Oh, you thought that was real? oh, I can't believe you bought it. Like, I can't believe you thought this was like real. Like, it's all a hoax. You understand that, right? It's like, oh Jesus. Like, this is what we have to live with in the world.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. Ugh.
Yeah.
So gross. And it just I mean, it does. It infects everything. It's like it's like a rot, you know? Like all the stuff that you thought was good about, oh, this is what a fun game show. And boy, like you can really make something, you know, of yourself if you can just like study and pay attention and blah blah blah. And it's like, oh no, it's all rigged. It's like, what are you stupid? You think these people are actually smart? Yeah, gosh, that just has such a negative effect on everything, you know? And I will say this when it comes to sports. So we're recording this at a time when Major League Baseball has 2 players right now that are on suspension based on odd incidents that they've been involved in. They made strange plays, and at the same time, betting markets had these very strange plays kind of pinged. And so it becomes a question of, okay, so wait a second. So like a bunch of people bet on like this one pitch being a ball, and you just happen to like spike it into the ground like as you were throwing it. And like a bunch of people made money on a random game on a Tuesday in July. And it's like, it's stuff like that that just makes you wonder who's benefiting. And especially because leagues now, sporting leagues now, endorse gambling websites and are in partnerships with gambling websites. So that's why you see gambling websites when you watch football on Sundays and stuff like that. There is a question of whether or not some of these actions in games are legitimate or not, because someone's making money off of them. Just one last question on this end. What does it say about our culture? We've kind of gotten to this point. Are we a post-ethics society?
Well, but I think that there's an element always of burning something down to build something new. And I think that is the era that we're in. And there's when you get pushed, it actually makes you have to define and own how you would like society to be, as opposed to just assuming that we're all working off the same playbook.
Hopefully the kids that are on Twitch right now, that are playing their games on Twitch, hopefully they're all on the up and up. Let's hope.
Let's pray. Big prayers.
Who is this movie for, Betsy?
People who love prestige Oscar movies.
I said people who believe in the American dream.
That's right. That a game show can turn your life around.
That's right. Pull yourself up by your bootstraps. Oh, wait a second.
You've got this.
Here's an incredibly photogenic, charming, rich kid. Never mind. Get out of here.
Never mind.
What is your rating for this movie out of 5?
I'm giving it a 3.
Yes, Betsy, look at us.
Are we the same?
Yeah, I'm at 3 as well.
Awesome.
I'm going to go back to my regular statement. It's a great script looking for a better director. This is the definition of a straight down the middle movie.
Yeah.
Medium. This is a medium movie.
Yes.
Exactly.
Mid. It's mid, as the kids say.
Oh, mid kind of makes it sound negative. This is a B+.
B+ movie. I'm with you.
Why did the Academy nominate this?
Because everybody in their brother white people's in it.
Exactly, because they want movie stars to come to their freaking award show.
Yep. Yep, this one will do it because it's got everybody in the world in it.
You get Robert Redford to boot, and he wasn't even in the thing.
That's right. You don't even have to deal with his all-American boy good looks. We got others.
That's right. I also think that there's a narrative that's happening with the Academy right now of actors turned directors. So if you think back, we just had Costner win Best Picture and Best Director. We had Clint Eastwood win Best Picture, Best Director.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they're trying. I think they're also in this pattern too of like,
Yeah.
oh, actor director, this is fun. We already said what Emily said about this movie.
Mm-hmm.
What did Letterman say about this movie? I don't know. We'll play it here, whatever it was.
Yeah, if it was.
Yeah.
Oprah? Uma? Uma? Oprah? I feel much better.
And that is it. Quiz show in the books. Next up, Betsy. We got a tough choice ahead of us. Ben Stiller or Ethan Hawke?
I mean, that's tough. How are you going to pick?
Tough choice. But Reality Bites is our next movie that will be.
Excellent.
Speaking of actor director, there you go, Ben Stiller.
That's right. There you go.
Betsy, thank you so much for hanging out in a soundproof chamber with me today. What do you think they're going to ask us next? What do you think?
I don't know. All I want some chocolate cake.
I have some of those cookies. Those sound good.
Oh, good too.
All right, we'll see you next time.
Bye.